All right, guys, welcome back. And without further ado, let me introduce you to the cast of Shadowhunters!
Hello. What's up?
And for the people back home watching on Twitch, man, this place is crowded. There's like standing room only. So let's just go down the line. Let's introduce yourself, introduce your character to everybody. Yes.
Hello, everybody. I'm Isaiah Mustafa. I play Luke Garraway.
Hey guys, I'm Catherine McNamara. I play Clary Frey.
Hey everybody, I'm Matthew Daddario and I play Alec Lightwood.
And I'm Alicia Wainwright. I play Maya Roberts.
Such a good-looking crew over here. So I'm gonna just get started. When this script came to you, what did you guys think? Were you guys like, this is cool, sign me up? What was your, thought process?
I was like, oh, yeah, I get to play a detective. Oh, wait, he's a werewolf, too?
Sold.
I thought it was really neat. I hadn't ever read the books myself, but I started to read it during the audition process, and I instantly fell in love with the world and with these characters and the way in which it's kind of created. But it was a script I connected to instantly and a character I connected to instantly, and I said, all right, I'm going to fight for this one because it seems really interesting.
And Clary's been fighting all along ever since.
She doesn't stop, man. She doesn't stop.
Always a fight with her. I've told my story before about how this ended up happening, but I actually auditioned for Jace for the movie, and then I auditioned for Jace again for the show, and they didn't want me as Jace. And then I did Alec, and it all happened like this, like very, very quick, and suddenly I was cast.
Sounds like a lot of people like it.
When I auditioned, I didn't know she was a werewolf either. It was just like 100% character driven. And then when I booked the role, I just mentioned this, I Googled Shadowhunters and was like, okay, cool, this is what I'm working on. And then I was like, oh, that's like on another level. So it just added a little bit of
By the way, she's also a werewolf.
Oh, subtext, she's a werewolf.
When you work on a show that has such a rich source material, that has a book like, hi, I'm up here, hello. When you're working from the book, I mean, there's so much responsibility to then make these characters, the characters that fans have already fallen in love with. So, I mean, what kind of energy do you put into that, and how does that feel for each of you?
That's especially early on, it was sort of deciding how much is a creation of our own, how much is from the books, and a lot of that came through seeing how people felt about the character online, how people spoke about the character, really get a sense of what everyone loved about it, bring some of that, and then also bring your own flair to make it your own.
And that's what's great about what our showrunners and our writers have done for the series as a whole, is they've created a nice balance between referencing the source material, keeping the heart of each of the characters and of the story the same, but then allowing for deviations that allow not only us to be creative and bring our own flavor to it, but also for people to be surprised every time.
Standard deviations.
Don't get me started on math. I'm such a nerd.
Look at you.
So, visually it's stunning, but you guys pack this in like full-blown punch. Like, I feel like every scene is just insane. Did you guys have to do some preparation with the, professional stunt people, to come in there? How'd you
They
guys
don't
feel
do
about
any prep. They just show up and they just do
your thing?
It's very crazy.
It's actually kind of nice because everyone's very reliable physically, and everyone's pretty capable. Not everyone. We'll let you decide which ones are the worst.
Shade.
And then you guys can
Shade.
speculate. But we do have a really good stunt team, and also we say that we do a lot of our own stunts. The stunt people make us look good. Yeah. So a big shout out to them.
They do all of the things that are too dangerous or too difficult for us to do, and I give them so much credit. I learned so much from my stunt double. She helps me learn the fights because, we have the same physicality, obviously. So there are things that she can teach me that no one else can. And they're all martial artists in their own right. They're all these just fearless badasses, and there's a whole team of them, from our coordinators to each of our stunt doubles to everyone else who works on that department.
You got a fun story for us?
Alec gets in season 2 gets thrown into walls a lot and falls on things.
Oh, yeah.
And they always film that separately, and they'd be like, okay, just pretend like you just landed. And I'm like, well, when do I get to do the thing where I get thrown on the ground? They're like, no. you won't be doing that. That's for your stunt double. I'm like, oh.
That was cute,
right.
but no. So.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, was there anything that stood out that was particularly challenging that any of you had to do on set, physically, or even just acting?
There's a new one that's actually really fun. In the series premiere of season 3, we have our first ever dual wire gag where there's multiple actors in wires doing a stunt during a fight scene.
Like full crouching tiger, hidden dragon.
Yeah.
Like, that's amazing.
What about your naked scene in the forest?
Oh,
That was no stunt.
That was no stunt.
No.
that was
No,
no
just-
stunt double?
No, that
It
was
was-
all me.
It was so cold too.
It
Wasn't
was
it like
cold.
in the middle
Yes,
of winter?
Very cold.
And just to clarify,
Too cold
Isaiah
to be
Mustafa
naked.
is naked in the forest in this show. So if you haven't watched, Isaiah Mustafa is naked
True
But now is
story.
the time.
True
in the
story.
forest.
Cold story.
So we're leading up to season 3. Is there some things that you'd like to share? Not too many spoilers, but some of the things that we might be looking forward to.
Some spoilers? Well, we
got the
can't
spotlight
share
on
Hey,
spoilers.
what can we say? What would you like to tease, Isaiah?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just give some teasers.
I'm the
Let's
worst
go down
person.
the line and
I'm
tease
the worst
things.
person because I give them away, but I'll give you some good hints. Every character is going through is learning something completely new this season, and they have to. How well they learn that new skill. I'm gonna stop right there because I don't want to give too much away. They just have to learn new skills. Stop.
I can say that Clary has a lot of responsibility, not only with the secret that she's keeping, but she also chooses her own weapon for the first time.
Jace is overworked. Alec. Hey. Alec.
Needs to give Clary a break.
Alec just sometimes is his own worst enemy.
Let's see. I would say that if you're interested in learning more about the werewolves, the werewolf side of Shadowhunters gets expanded. And also Maya, who has a hard time learning to forgive people, has to face that challenge.
Those are some meaty spoilers.
I
feel
know,
like
everyone's
the
like,
fans over here, especially the ones that have really made an effort to get up close, you guys probably really know what they're talking about, right?
So I know, yeah, they know. I know there's a lot of fans out there. I know this has been an incredible journey. Is there something you'd like to, say to all the fans out there?
Ooh.
Very sincerely.
yeah,
I would love
yeah.
to say that all of you make us going to work.
Ooh.
Oh no.
They cut me out. They were wise to. No, I wanted to say that everybody, all of you is what makes this work so fun and what drives us, and we'll keep making the show as long as you guys keep watching, and we love everything that you have done online for us and everything. It's really wonderful.
Yeah,
wonderful,
I'd say the
wonderful.
greatest thing about the show is the fandom and just how much you guys really appreciate all the characters and how much you love each character. That really, we get that through the social medias, and we like to try to give that back through performances. So hopefully you guys enjoy it.
Truly, because we go into work every day and we work really hard and pour our heart and soul into this show, and it means so much to us that we get to do what we love for a living, but that somebody out there really appreciates it and is as invested as we are and cares about it, and it makes a positive difference in your life, hopefully. And also the fact that you guys love each other and you support each other as well.
Yes.
In your art, in your cosplays, in your lives and everything that you do, and you make friends and you formed this amazing, warm, heartfelt community that is like no other.
I agree. I would say that the number one thing I love about this show is the sense of community. Everyone's really supportive, uplifting, positively responding to the show. If you have things that you want to say about the show, Twitter and Instagram, they're all great places to have these forums and discussions. And you'd be surprised. We do see a lot of it, and we try and engage as much as possible
Yeah.
without giving away too much. But one of my favorite things about the show is the live tweet, just seeing
Yes.
the
Yes.
memes that you guys
I
create.
love
and,
doing
how funny you are.
memes, tweets. Also, I think every one of us are on the whole cast has said at one point in time, oh my gosh, the fans are gonna love this.
Yeah.
We always we think about it,
We all share fan art amongst each other as well.
That's
if we
true.
find any fan art that we think is cool, we'll share it with each other. And so we do see it. We do notice the things that you guys put out there, and we love it.
So do I have time for a question, pal?
You do.
You guys see the fandom. You see the art. I know you see what they post online. What are your favorite pairings and your favorite ships?
Oh. I thought you were gonna stop at what are your favorites, and I was gonna say the rats. Yes.
Oh, we got one right there.
But my favorite ship is definitely Malik. So there you go.
I mean, I gotta say, you all know how much I love Malik. Obviously, I love Clace too, and you guys are gonna get to see a lot of both this season.
Yeah, this season, a lot of the ships that you guys like get a lot of screen time in the first 5 episodes. So, wait, do they like?
They don't.
you?
I
like
don't
you
know. I don't know if people love.
Do you guys like
Simon
mine?
and Maya?
What are we calling it? Are we calling it Saya or are we calling it Myman? See, they're grimacing at me. Like, I'm so sorry, but Alberta and I have just so much chemistry that
You guys
they
are
can't
adorable,
not,
by the way.
But, like, you can't deny. Like, we totally make
It's
an
true.
adorable.
I want to
couple,
see. I'm
whether
not
or
done with it
I'll
yet.
ask-
I'm not ready to see it
Like,
over.
let's see where it goes,
Yeah,
and then you can get all your sissy feels.
Every day,
But
yeah.
for the moment,
It's a
let's
trial
like, be
run.
Simon Maya.
I understand how you
shippers.
feel.
It hurts my heart a little bit.
we got a lot of time. We got a lot of time.
At least the 3-year characters have ships.
Aww.
Well, hey.
Oh well,
Hey,
we'll
fans,
see.
get to
Wait,
work.
what was the
We'll see.
Larry.
Jocelyn?
No, we'll see what happens with him because I think he's gonna find some love.
You know,
I
I,
hope
have
he
to
finds
say
love.
though, as far as friendships go on the show, the 3 folks sitting right here, with Clary and Luke, Clary and Alec, and Clary and Maya, they're 3 of my favorite friendships on the show.
Yeah.
Come on, we'll get there.
We're
We'll get
working on
there.
it,
We're
but you're not
working
exactly
on
making it easy. And
I'm
this season, it's 5
sorry.
episodes in, you're making it difficult for Alec to get along with you.
But if Clary didn't make Alec's life difficult,
Then what
would
would
it
the-
really
what
be?
would we
It
have?
really be Clary and Alec.
No,
I
that's
mean, come
true.
on.
Alec needs a thorn in his side every now and then. He's got the perfect life.
You guys are adorable. Aren't they adorable? I can't take it. One of the things, you know, you guys have a lot of chemistry here. You know, is there any funny stories? You know, one quick funny story. I'm pretty sure
One?
there's thousands
One?
that you know have happened. You know, during backstage. You know, anything you'd like to? Any cool stories?
That we can
think what they
share?
can tell on top of everything else,
I'm trying to
right?
think of like.
We're
One quick
working
one
really
before we
hard
end.
all the time, and we're very serious, and there's no jokes, and there's no fun ever.
I can tell you something that happened during season 1. I was the first scene I shot, one of the first scenes I shot with you and Emerald. We were walking into Pandemonium in episode 2, and we were supposed to be walking like badasses, coming around the corner. And it was my first time in the booth for episode 2, and I come around the corner and I fell right on my butt. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I slipped and I fell. Right. I was trying to look all cool.
I'm trying to think. I don't know how you guys don't fall
No,
all
it
the
didn't
time.
happen.
Those
Didn't happen.
shoes.
Mine
The
aren't so bad
shoes.
anymore. Emerald like
Oh.
handles it like a champ.
I will say we do when it's more than 2 people in a scene, go to great lengths to try and make each other laugh when it's on someone else's
Good
coverage.
Lord.
And
Man.
Oh God.
I can see that. I can see
Like
that.
our episode 2 this
Yeah,
season?
yeah. it's
Any,
like-
Oh my God.
any scene in the Jade Wolf is guaranteed
Oh,
to break up. Like, it's
Always.
like somebody's gonna
Always.
fall out laughing.
Well, when can we expect season 3, guys?
What was it again?
April 3rd.
April 3rd.
April
Hey!
Shadowhunters. Yeah.
Well, guys, thank
Yeah, I
you
didn't know that either.
so much. We're out of time. Thank you so
you,
much for
guys.
being
Thank you
here.
guys so much.
Thank you, guys. Don't go anywhere. We got more New York Comic Con coming your way.